back on.
I really appreciate you joining again.
No worries at all. No worries at all. Apologies. I know my schedule at the moment is so mad. Like today is a day off, but I've got a million things to do. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
we understand.
yeah, all good. All
Yeah.
good.
So let's just start with our season, the Arsenal season has been so far. We've seen a couple of
Okay.
decisions from Mikel Arteta go wrong. So what's your take on Arteta's decision at the club this season?
Okay, so Mikel Arteta so far this season, for me, I think I may have mentioned this that it's been a good season so far. It's not been great, and it hasn't been very poor or bad.
Yeah.
I think obviously when if you ask me after the Liverpool defeat in the cup or after West Ham defeat or the Fulham defeat, I think there's a lot of meltdown amongst the fan base. I think myself a little bit as well. I was a bit I can't not even a meltdown really because I didn't never expect us to win the league this season. But I just I just felt there was issues that needs to be addressed. At first we'd let them slip because we was doing fine. We was winning games. I remember being unbeaten at home at the start of the season. But I had question marks on Kai Havertz. I had question marks on how fluid we are and this goalkeeper situation, which I think was a really bad decision. But I let that all go because I thought, you know what, we're winning games and we're still in the conversation for the title. After those them three losses, things kind of changed for me, and in the sense that, yeah, those things I was questioning before
Mhm.
came to the forefront. But we went to warm weather training in Dubai. We've come back 5-0. I don't know if it was a 5-0 performance, but it was 5-0. That's what it says on the scoreline. So you got to take that as it is. But as long as we kick on Nottingham Forest on Tuesday and then we have Liverpool, we win those games. Again, right now it's a good season, but I think that pushes it up a bit more to a bit more hopeful and optimistic if we win those two games. But right now it's a good season so far. Um, yeah, where we
Yeah,
stand.
I think you're right there. But when it comes to Crystal Palace match we just finished, I think I see it as a fluke result. That's the way I
Mm.
see it because I don't think the performance, like we can see Saka was quiet in the game. We
Yeah,
have a
it
couple
didn't
of players
dictate
quiet
game.
in
The
the game,
scoreline didn't dictate the scoreline and the
the
performance.
performance. So I
Mm.
think I think that's where I have it wrong there. Two set piece goals, and we are depending on that too much this season. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, right? Listen, 5-0 is 5-0. You're right, two set piece goals. It shows that Arsenal can score goals in different ways. That's how I, that's what I took from it. It's just I've seen games like that before where you can have games like that, and if the other team scores, it's a completely different scoreline. So I'm not. Listen, 5-0 is a good result, and I'm not going to take away from that from Arsenal. But like I said, like I remember at Liverpool, and we had so many chances. We seemed like we dominated the game, and then they ended up winning 2-0, which you wouldn't have seen coming. They brought on kids, and they won that match, and that I think just for me. Just shows that I can go either way. And I just 5-0 is good. It gave me a bit more confidence going into this Nottingham Forest game because, like I said, it shows that we can score goals in different ways. But yeah, I don't want to take too much from it because I've seen us many a times, especially this season. We've won 4-0, whether that's in Champions League or if it's in the league, 4-0, 5-0, even maybe 6-0, and in the next game, Arsenal kind of have a yeah, they could capitulate, they have a bad performance after that. So yeah, I don't want to look too much into it. I just hope this is the start of Arsenal, taking every game. Obviously, they take games serious, but they take the pressure and they relish in it. They go forward and say, you know what, this is ours now to go and challenge City's, challenge the Liverpool's in the next couple of games.
yeah, hopefully. But before we carry on, we have our friend and our colleague as well joining as well. So we'll introduce him, Garba Abul Bakar. What do you
Good
think
morning, bro.
about? Yeah.
Morning, Garber, man. Big
Yeah,
up.
So what do you think about the season so far too as well?
well, um, I wouldn't say it's been a bad season. No, it hasn't, because we are still, well, I'll still say we're contesting for the league, even though we're 5 months adrift and we topped our Champions League. We're into the we're into the last 16 of the Champions League. So yeah, the past week has been really bland and everybody has been complaining. Then we went to Dubai. We came back with a 5-0 win, although it wasn't convincing, and obviously it didn't state the true nature of the game, the scoreline. But regardless, a 5-0 win is a 5-0 win. We have plus 22 goal difference now, and we can score more from open play. We scored 3 the last game, which we've had issues scoring from open play. I think before the last game, we were 13th in the league from open play goals. But now, I hope this 5-0 win will set a new rhythm for the boys and kick on from there, because obviously we have our boys back. Hopefully, Thomas Partey is back soon. Then Julian Timber too can probably join probably February ending, as we hear rumors that is almost back. So yeah, probably we can kickstart our season from here and get going till the last game week, because I know the Liverpool I'm seeing, they are not ready to drop any points, and we all know City. They've been doing it consistently. They've done it 3 times in a row now. And I know Pep Guardiola is resilient and he wants to win the league again. So now is the time for us to test all the players we've got, and we just have to put them into maximum use and get going from there.
Yeah.
So it's not been overall.
Yeah,
even though we could be better. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you're right there. But I think in our last podcast, I think we had a strong debate with the guys regarding a particular player.
Yeah.
And I think I'll put Cecil on the hot seat, yeah. And I know you made your opinions too. I've watched a couple of your videos to say your opinion about this player. That's Kai Havertz. What's your genuine opinion? Because I think too much pressure is on him. And I think, what's your opinion?
For me, that's it. It's just that, listen, I didn't understand the signing at first. Look, like I said, like many people have watched me or obviously know me, they'll know I was a striker. I was a professional striker when I was playing, and I watch strikers a lot. Strikers kind of it's where I believe, I specialize in. I like watching strikers as well, especially the modern day ones. And I've watched Havertz since when he was at Chelsea. I watched him before as well, but mainly at Chelsea, and I knew he was not a striker. I watched him internationally as well for Germany, and he was never a striker for me. So I was like, this player's not the one. So when we was linked to him, I didn't believe it. And then we signed him. I was like, okay, cool. Xhaka's gone. Maybe it's to replace Xhaka, but do I see him as a midfielder? Not really, but I'm going to trust in Mikel Arteta because this is what he done for us the season before. Challenge for the title, being top of the Premier League for 248 days. Let me see, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. But what I've seen so far from Kai Havertz this season is just kind of everything I saw before when I was at Chelsea. I was kind of my point being proven right. And I don't want that to be the case. I think a lot of fans, they have opinions on certain people or certain things. They want to be proven right. But Havertz, I thought, Mikel Arteta normally has a good eye for these things. He is an intelligent manager. He's looking at finer details. But I feel like some of the decisions he's made this season, he is getting wrong. I can go through a list of them. Partey right back at the start of the season. He dropped Gabriel Magalhaes at the start of the season. He brought in Raya to replace Ramsdale, which I don't really see a difference too much with them two. Kai Havertz, I think, was a bit of a mistake as well. Not addressing maybe the striker situation and putting all your faith in some of our backup strikers, which I don't think are to the level. These are things that made me kind of look at Kai Havertz and think, maybe this one was wrong. And if I'm honest, I watched him. I think he's a bit timid on the pitch. He's not aggressive. People can say, it's a pressure for him, but £65 million signing. You're coming to Arsenal Football Club. There's going to be pressure. You're on around about, I believe you're on close to 300k a week. You're one of the most highly paid players at Arsenal. That comes with pressure, regardless. So what we do as fans, or say as fans, is yeah, it may add to the pressure, but he's already coming in with a load of pressure, and you're coming into a team that challenged for the title last season, so you've kind of got to be able to live up to all the things
the team.
exactly, and rise to it. And Sadly, I just don't believe he is. I think that was a mistake from Arteta. I think there was better options as well in the market that he could have went for. And he chose Kai Havertz. He put his faith in him, and I think that has been a mistake. Whether I'm proven wrong or right, we'll see towards the end of the season. Don't get me wrong, I've seen Kai Havertz score goals that have been important for Arsenal, but I still need more. I watch Arsenal week in, week out, and think that is an area that, that is an area where once Partey is fit, or if we bring in a likes of Zubimendi or a Nana, I don't see Havertz getting in that starting 11 in the midfield. I don't see him playing. I see Partey, Rice, and Odegaard in there. And for me, that doesn't make any sense when you spent 65 million on the guy. So, yeah, that is my
Yeah,
that's
and
my
we have
thoughts
to
around
look
it
back
anyway.
to last season's transfer window. Most of the players that we brought in made an improvement in the team. The
Of
only
course.
player that we
Yeah.
can literally say made the difference so far this season is Timber, even though we've not seen a lot of him.
Rice.
I think it's the only signing
Rice,
this season,
yeah.
and Rice that have made the
Yeah.
difference for us. Havertz has
And
been
we've not seen Timber enough to say he has made a difference in the team.
Yeah,
And
not yet.
I personally, I don't think Julian Timber will come into the team to bench Zinchenko, because most people, they've been calling for Zinchenko that is bad defensive, this is that, but I don't think he's coming to bench Zinchenko. In Arteta's system, there's literally nobody that can do what Zini is doing in the team. I personally believe that. So probably, maybe when we have tougher games, and even tougher games we've played this season, we've used Zini, the Liverpool game, we used Zini, the City game, he played. So probably if we just want to play mid block, which we don't play, that is when we want to go more defensive with Timber. So with Timber coming back, I don't think he has an assured start. He has an assured.
I think I think you're right there, because with Zini, the only issue I have is that he doesn't have the balance between the attack and the defense. So I think he has this quality of breaking and the lines, but I don't think Timber has the same. But Timber has that balance. But anyway, concerning Havertz, I think I need to make this opinion heard, because regarding Havertz, I think the pressure is way too much on him, to the extent that when Saka and especially our wingers, they've been poor this season, they're not delivering. So the pressure is on Havertz. Against Liverpool is a good example. FA Cup match. I think Havertz creates a threat in the attacking line, in the number 9 position. It created a lot of problem for Liverpool in that match. And there are situations whereby he's always there. He's always there, but we are not this clinical team that gets that last pass. Just that extra pass that we see from Man City's 100-point season. There's this last line pass that they do, and I think
he had a lot of chances in that game, though. He had a lot of chances.
Yeah, he had a lot of chances, but the best of chances fell on Saka. Left to me.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, it's not just him. There was all our wide players, Martinelli, Saka, even Jesus. They've been misfiring. They haven't been, scoring their chances. But Havertz in that game had a lot of chances. You're right. He did. There was problems he caused, but he got
extra touches, unnecessary.
Yeah, causing problems is one thing, but you got to be able to finish your dinner when the team.
But Cecil, I also said this in our last podcast.
Go on.
I also said this about the quality of chances we create for Havertz determines. The quality of chances we've been creating this season is so poor. That's the issue we have. I don't think the issue is we are creating chances, but they are mostly half chances.
Sorry, I won't agree with that. The quality of chances we've been creating is not poor. No, it is not. The Liverpool FA Cup game, we saw
so many chances.
Yeah, and what did he do? He just kicked the ball like he was a sick patient. Do you get? So, we've been creating quality chances, to be frank. We've been. And the 3 games we lost in a row, I think we had about 60 shots. Imagine having and not scoring a goal. That's crazy.
I have to
It's
agree with
just
you, Gar, but I have to say, like, I think we broke the record for the most amount of touches as well in a half for, and then like you said in the 3 games we had so many touches in the opposition box, even in their half that was astronomical. So chance, listen, when you're in a position, it's Arteta. He's got the players playing away that you get in the positions into the box. It's down to the players to put it away. And I remember seeing some chances that were just smashed off target. Many, even against Palace as well. So the quality of chances, I can't have that either. I just feel like, you know, I saw last season we scored many goals, and the chances weren't clear-cut chances. We just scored in different
half
ways. We're very
chances.
clinical. So yeah, there were half chances
Yeah.
last season, but we were scoring goals because the strikers were confident, and yeah, they were a lot more on target and believed in where they were placing the ball. So I don't know about that one. It needs to be more on the players. And again, I'm not just going to scapegoat Havertz because again, it's not just him, but he is the big signing. He's the money signing that, you know, a lot of people are looking at to keep us in this conversation for the title. So yeah, but it is other players as well. The quality of chances can't have that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will agree.
Looking at the January transfer, it doesn't look like Arsenal would be signing any player.
Nah.
But in the summer, like you said, you're a professional striker. Which striker would you like to see coming in the summer that you think will make a difference and probably take us to winning Champions Leagues?
Winning Champions Leagues is a big ask.
I'm still optimistic about winning the league. That's why
no. It's possible. It's possible. But I'm just saying it's a big ask for a striker to come in and say you're here to. It's like that's a Haaland signing, really. And I don't think there's many Haaland signings out there right now, apart from Harry Kane. But he's not going to come to Arsenal. So for me, the player I want, or the player I think fits the profile the best, and who I like, is Isak. I know he's at Newcastle. I know he's just I believe he might have just got a new deal, but they are in financial issues. They're being looked at, Newcastle. They have to sell players. They have to do that. So they're under pressure. They have to sell some of their big stars. It's all over the British media because they have to fit into FFP. So if they have to sell some of their big stars like Bruno Guimaraes or Isak, I would take Isak. I like Bruno Guimaraes as well, but Isak. And people will say, what about Tony? What about Tony? Tony is another great option. I think he's a killer. Yeah, he's a punisher. Osimhen is up there. Robbie wants Osimhen. But I've been watching him in this AFCON. And I tell you what, he misses some big chances. And it's, I don't know if I can't always put it down to that. Go on.
I think it's a quality of the pitch. Honestly.
Okay, cool. And you know what?
I need to be honest there. The quality of
actually, that's
I'm telling you, some of the chances he had in that match, probably the ball is bouncing before he kicks his self.
I think it's African football, to be honest. There's just this ruggedness about the game.
It's funny because listen, that is a reason where a striker can be missing is because of the quality of the pitch, and I'm not gonna dismiss that. But again, like he's clinical for his club at Napoli, but the transition to the Premier League and all that, and the chances you have to put them away. You have to be super clinical, and he might work in the Premier League, but I'm a fan and I'm a person who believes in Premier League proven already. I just like the way Isak plays. He's a big fan of Thierry Henry. The way he's got great feet. He can be a problem. He's tall. He's physical. Tony also is that, and he's fast as well. And if someone says Tony, I'm not going to argue that.
His issue is fitness, I think.
Yeah, and fitness is an issue, 100%. But that's it. You're right there. That is something that might deter us away from Arsenal. Deter him away from signing from Arsenal, because we've got Jesus, who currently, for my opinion, has chronic injury problems as well. So that is another reason. But for me, I just like Isak. I think he would fit the profile. I think he'd believe in what Mikel Arteta wants to do. I think he's very versatile. I think he can play across the three, not just up front. And yeah, that's kind of my player. Just it depends on, obviously, like you said, injury and the price tag. Price tag, I think, will be high, but I think it's less than what Victor Osimhen would charge. I think it's less than what Ivan Toney may even charge, depending on how well he does in his next 6 months at Brentford. So yeah, that's my pick. But if you want to ask me the dream person, bring me Mbappe. Why not? Why not? This is crazy. But end of summer, he's looking to move. Brother,
I mean, Arsenal is looking close to the financial fair play too as well. So I'm not sure if we can do that.
So
you cannot.
That's
just a wish.
Yeah, let's go for Okay, Abu, go.
Yeah, for me, I've always said it, Isak or Vlahovic. Those are my options. Isak or Vlahovic.
I think I'll take Vlahovic even because I think
Isak, it fits the age profile. He's 24, young, versatile, and it has an eye for goal. That's one thing we lack. We don't have a killer. Like Wright said, we need a killer in the team. So yeah, Isak knows how to score goals. He can play from the left. Even if he deploy to the right, he might play it well. But yeah, the old thing Jesus does, Isak, I feel he can do it and is a better goal scorer.
Yeah.
So yeah, and if you can't get Isak, Vlahovic will not be bad. Is a goal scorer. That is one thing with Vlahovic, the goal scorer. I mean, in his last 3 games, he has been involved in 6 Serie A goals.
Yeah.
So 24, 23 to fit the age profile, won't cost as much as Victor Osimhen will cost. At least 80 million, I guess so. Should be able to get Vlahovic in, and even Isak. Well, given the fact that Isak was gotten for 70 million, it might be up to 100. And Ivan Toney, I have reservations about him. Why? Just because of the age.
Yeah.
The age obviously is proven, yeah, but the age profile, it does not fit. The age profile does not fit. So Vlahovic or Isak for me.
All right. So we'd like to know more insights regarding your latest visit to Peterborough United for the under 18s and under 21s. So
21s. Oh man, done your research. I like that. I like that. So what did you ask for? What did you ask for?
Just the inside, what entails to, like, what you do to just motivate these guys on.
I see. Just so obviously, yeah, I thank you for obviously bringing up. I run a company called Talent Transfer, where I mentor young professional footballers and help them. Basically, listen, there's a lot of sections within the workshop. I spend a lot of time with them. Kind of the first section is kind of just getting to know who I am and why am I there. For people that are listening and watching, my company's been running now for 7 years and been recommissioned 7 years consecutively in a row to help the next generation of footballer. So kind of the first half is kind of understanding who I am and why am I here and what happened to me when I was a player and why I've kind of set up the company. And I'm there to offer support for young players because the way I was treated was really bad. And I'm there as a voice for the ones that are too afraid to kind of speak up on their situation within the club. And then it kind of moves on to just talent transfer, so transferable skills for the real world and life after football, but not just life after football, but life during football as well. So players are available and able to set up companies and do further education whilst being a professional footballer, which is all covered by our union, the PFA, Professional Football Association. And then I just give them tips about how to be a model professional and tips which I never had when I was playing. And going to Peterborough was a really good one. I mean, I go every week to a different club. I'm supposed to be going to Millwall today. So yeah, it's a really good thing. It's a good thing that I'm very proud of. It's my baby, and there's some success stories. I have many success stories from players that are currently playing today. One that I've recently posted up was James Hill, who made his Premier League debut actually, for Bournemouth against Liverpool the other night.
Lovely.
So yeah, and we spoke yesterday, and it's really fulfilling. But yeah, it's just good. It's a company that it's a give back to the young professional players, and it's nice to also stay in touch with what's going on in the modern game. So when I go there, I'm also learning about the changes. A lot of things have changed from when I was playing, but yeah, man, it's something I'm very proud of. So thank you.
Yeah, all the very best in your endeavors in that path as well.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You made mention of mentorship. To be honest, we really love what you do, and I feel as upcoming sports media brand for us, we still need a lot to learn. We still have a lot to learn, and we feel like you're just that perfect personnel that we can look towards and
thank you,
and like mentor us through this journey, because it can be overwhelming at times. To be honest.
No, it's difficult. Depends what. Obviously, looking at sports media again, like I'm learning every day, boys. I'll be honest, because again, I came into this. I was a footballer, and then I went into performing, and then I came into sports media through AFTV. I was doing obviously body doubling and whatnot before, but this is a whole nother world. And you're right, it can be overwhelming, but you just got to be consistent. You guys always are. I see your social media. I see you. You know, you guys tag me. I see you guys always doing videos. I see you had Jordan on as well. You've had guests on. You just have to be consistent, it's difficult to carve your own lane in this because it's so congested and a lot of people want to be involved in it. But yeah, like I said, I think it's best keep reaching out to guests, get as many stories as you can, use them, use social media. But yeah, listen, if I can help, I will. That's why I'm here again on this podcast, because I believe in you guys as well, and then you guys, I know how hard you work, so you just got to stay consistent. But again, like I mentioned, there's a lot of people wanting to do it, so just stay at it and try and find new ways of breaking down walls. I'm lucky enough to work alongside Robbie, who is for me, a pioneer and a man that kicked down the door and the walls when it comes to sports media. So
Yeah.
that allows me to continue to do
he has
that.
a lot of beef in the industry, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But he's someone who's, sometimes you have to be that guy that breaks it down, be the pioneer, get a lot of, you know, people maybe aggravated or annoyed to then see, you know, the sunshine and rainbows. And I feel like he's paved the way for so many. He's built so many fan channels of so many fan platforms, and been the guy that had to walk the road first. So I look up to that. And the least I can do is give back, in a sense of, I've been a footballer, so I know what it needs, what it takes. So it's good that I'm lucky enough to be able to give back. And the way, you know, I was treated, I have experience on how you should be treated as a player. So I'm just following the footsteps of someone who's, you know, my boss, really. So yeah, but just in a different way, which I'm also proud of as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No
Abu,
worries.
what's your last words of appreciation to Cecil for coming on again?
Oh, well, I just have to appreciate him for granting our request to be on our podcast. You know, it's a big thing, and for we rookie podcast, yeah. So this will be a big thing for us going forward. Anybody that sees oh, this guy's on podcast, yeah. Let me see, yeah. So yeah, I just have to appreciate him for granting our request, and hopefully when next we call on him, I definitely know when next we call on him, he will definitely answer us and even bring his guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm trying to
try.
actually reach out to the likes of Turkish as well and James, but it's been difficult as well.
Yeah, well.
No, I think everyone's very busy, but I'll let them know. I will let them know that. I'll let them know that, you know, they should come onto it. I think they must have seen Jordan's been on here as well, and you guys are doing you know, good things, and I'll try and push it onto them. But big up you guys as well. It's a very professional setup. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe and like if you are listening to this. Big up on the goal, man. I really appreciate you guys shouting me again.
Thank you so much. But I need to just say ask this last question. I've been hearing this, I've been seeing it so much, and the resemblance between you and Militao, Real Madrid.
Yeah. I get it all the time. I didn't even know, like, coming through. It kind of happened when I started on AFTV, but I didn't really know coming through that there was a lookalike or someone who's similar to me. But yeah, every time he gets injured, I get messages on Twitter saying, "I hope you recover well, man. Sorry to hear about your injury." Anytime he wins the trophy, I get, you know, congratulations. If he has a bad game, people message me like, "Bro, come on, I need you to work." I'm just like, guys, give it a break. But you know, it's part of the game. It is a laugh. It is funny. I do enjoy it. So big up Militao, man. I listen, I don't mind being compared to a Real Madrid centre back. I think it's quality. So I'll take it.
So another thing is I know you're a fan of Afrobeats. So what's on your playlist right now?
I know we did this last time, didn't we? And I'm going to Ghana with AFTV in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to be banging a load of Afrobeats. I can't wait to go out in Ghana. Not many people know that I'm going over there, but yeah, I'll be there with Robbie, and we're just finalising the last few people. But What am I listening to right now is a great question. I'm just putting up my Spotify right now, but
Okay, no problem.
I have loads. Obviously, my favorite one was Finesse. We spoke about that before.
Yeah.
Because that one just gets me my feelings. Obviously, It's Plenty by Burna Boy is another one. That is my favorite. It literally just touches my soul. I like I've got here as well, Appiano as well. I like that sort of style of
Ashake.
Afrobeats as well. Yeah, Sake and Olamide. Olamide, I think I'm saying that
Olamide,
right, but
yeah.
yeah. Also a tune, Fireboy, DML, Champion. There's loads, Big Seven, Diana. Oh, Diana, obviously Chris Brown's in that one, so I love that one.
Yeah.
And I know that Collector was trying to get him to send me a message, actually, Fireboy, DML, because I love that tune. But yeah, man, just there's always Afrobeats going through my playlist. Obviously, I go to Afro Nation actually every year, and yeah, I spend some time with some of the Afro beat artists, and no, I love it as much as I am a Jamaican boy. I'm a big fan of Afro beats, so yeah. But that's kind of really
You should
second in my
you should
playlist.
you should listen to the king of Afrobeats. He just dropped an EP.
Davido. Is it
No,
Davido the King?
Wizkid.
Is that? Oh, I thought that was your. I thought that was the
Wizkid.
Wizkid. Sorry, Wizkid. Yeah, my bad. That's it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad. They're gonna get me for that one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for joining. We really appreciate you.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just looking at Wizkid
We end
now.
this season winning the league again.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Listen, I've learned from last season not to, not to say too much. So I hope this is the year. After last year, I'm still feeling pain from it. But let's fingers crossed we go.
Because over here in Nigeria last season, where everybody was already planning
parties, everything ready.
But I mean, we got disappointed.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Alright.
It's a shame. Oh, so that's why you guys are over in Nigeria. See, I'd love to. I know we're going to go. I'd love to. I know AFTV already been to Nigeria, but I did say to Robbie I didn't get that trip, so I'd love to hopefully come over at some point.
No problem.
But yeah, I'll let you guys
Let's
know
get
if that
in
ever
touch.
does happen.
Sure.
Yeah,
No
100%.
problem.
Alright.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
No worries. No worries. Thank you.
Yeah.
A piano. Oh, we're done now. We're done.
Yeah,
Nice,
we're
nice.
done.
Listen,
Trying to end
big
it.
up.
Yeah.
Big
cheers.
up. That's it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll
Alright.
speak to you soon. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Tag me in all the social stuff. Love.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.